I had a dream so vivid it felt like reality, a car crash I couldn't stop. 2 weeks later, it happened exactly as I saw it. Here's my story, along with others who've dreamed the future. Have you ever seen tomorrow in your sleep? Joseph writes, I've never believed in psychic stuff, but something happened that's turned my world upside down. 6 weeks ago, I had a dream unlike any other. I was driving down Route 17, a curvy road near my town in upstate New York. It was night, rain hammering the windshield, wipers barely keeping up. My chest tightened with dread, like I knew something awful was coming. Then, a red pickup truck with a rusted bumper swerved into my lane. I slammed the brakes, but it was no use crash. The truck's grille filled my vision, glass shattered, metal screamed. The impact hit me like a punch, stealing my breath. I woke up soaked in sweat, heart racing, the smell of rain still in my nose. It felt so real I wrote it all down the road, the rain, the dashboard clock reading 11:43 p.m. I couldn't shake the unease, so I started avoiding night drives. Which is weird for me. I usually love them. 2 weeks later, I was driving home from my diner job. Rain was pouring, and I was on Route 17. My stomach sank when I noticed the scene felt familiar. The clock read 11:39 p.m. Then I saw it, a red pickup truck, rusted bumper and all, weaving ahead. My hands shook so bad I could barely grip the wheel. I pulled over, hazards on, and watched the truck swerve into oncoming traffic, smashing into a silver sedan. The sound was identical to my dream. Glass, metal, chaos. I called 911, stammering through the call. Everyone survived, thank God, but the sedan's driver was shaken up bad. I didn't tell the cops about my dream. Who'd believe me? At home, I checked my phone and found a photo, timestamped 11:42 p.m. of the rainy road from my car. I never took it. It felt wrong, like it wasn't meant to be there, so I deleted it. Now I'm scared to sleep, terrified I'll see something else. Was this a warning I couldn't act on, or just a cruel glimpse of fate? I need to know if others have been through this. Emma writes, Joseph's story hit me hard because I've been through something similar, though it was more personal. When I was 17, I dreamed about my grandma, who was like a second mom to me. She was on her porch, knitting in her old rocking chair, but something was off. Her skin was pale, almost see-through, and she had this sad smile. She said, I'm okay, sweetie, don't be sad for me. I tried to hug her, but my arms passed through like she was a ghost. I woke up crying. The dream burned into my mind. The next morning, my aunt called. Grandma had passed away in her sleep from a heart attack. She was 82, so it wasn't a total shock, but the timing was eerie. I found out she'd been knitting a scarf for me that night. It was half finished on her chair when we cleared out her house. I keep it in a box, but I can't touch it without tearing up. I never told my family about the dream because I didn't want to seem crazy. But Joseph's experience makes me think it was Grandma saying goodbye. My dream felt like a message, not a warning. Did anyone else get that vibe? I'm still processing how it made me feel both comforted and haunted. Liam writes, these stories are giving me goosebumps. I've had dreams that felt weirdly prophetic, but one stands out. 2 years ago, I dreamed about a family reunion at my aunt's lake house. Everyone was there, my mom, cousins, uncles. But my cousin Jake, my best friend growing up, was missing. I kept asking, where's Jake? And people just shrugged like it didn't matter. I wandered to his old bedroom and found a note on his desk. I'm sorry, I had to go. Don't look for me. I woke up with this heavy, sinking feeling like I'd lost him. A month later, Jake vanished. He'd been battling depression and maybe some harder stuff, but he kept it quiet. We found a note in his apartment. "I'm sorry, I'm leaving. Don't come after me." The words were so close to my dream it felt like a punch. He was gone for 3 months, crashing with strangers. Before he called his dad and said he was getting help. He's back now, but I never told him about the dream. I feel like I failed him. Like I should have seen the signs and stopped him. My dream felt like I was watching a tragedy I couldn't change. Has anyone else dreamed about a loved one's crisis? How do you deal with the guilt? Sophie writes, "I'm shaken after reading these. My story's darker, and I'm still not over it. 3 years ago, I started having recurring dreams about a fire in an apartment building. I'd be running down a smoky stairwell, choking on burning plastic, hearing screams and alarms. Every time, I'd see a little girl in a yellow dress standing still, staring at me with empty eyes. She never spoke, but her gaze felt like it was begging me to do something. I'd wake up coughing, the smoke smell clinging to me for hours. I thought it was just stress, new job, new city, living in a rundown building. 6 months later, my apartment complex caught fire. An electrical fault in the unit below mine. I ran down the same stairwell from my dreams, heart pounding, smoke everywhere. Outside, I saw her, a little girl in a yellow dress, standing across the street, staring at the flames. I blinked, and she was gone. I asked neighbors, but no one knew a kid like that. The fire forced me to move, and I left that city for good. The dreams stopped, but I'm terrified they'll return. My dream felt like a warning I didn't understand until it was too late. Do these dreams ever go away, or are they part of us forever?" Ryan writes, "I'm skeptical about all this, but I can't lie. These stories are creepy. Joseph, your crash is wild, but could it be your brain predicting a likely event? You drive that road often, it rains a lot, and red trucks aren't rare. Maybe you noticed the truck's bumper subconsciously, and your mind built the dream. Emma, your grandma was elderly, so dreaming about her passing isn't a huge leap. Liam, maybe you sensed Jake's struggles without realizing it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but our brains are good at pattern matching. That said, the photo on Joseph's phone and Sophie's yellow dress girl are tougher to dismiss. I've had vivid dreams, but nothing that came true. Once I dreamed I got fired, and I'm still at my job, so maybe I'm just not tuned in. I'm curious, has anyone had a dream predict something totally random, not tied to their daily life? I'm on the fence, but want to hear more." Joseph writes again, "Thanks for sharing, everyone. It's a relief to know I'm not alone. It's also freaking me out. Emma, your grandma's dream sounds so bittersweet. Mine was pure panic, like a warning I couldn't use. Liam, I feel you on the guilt. I didn't tell anyone about my dream either, and I keep wondering if I could have warned someone. Sophie, your story is horrifying. I haven't had another dream like that, but I'm scared to drive Route 17 now. I've been journaling all my dreams, even boring ones, to spot patterns. Ryan, I thought it was a coincidence too, but the photo sealed it for me. I wish I'd kept it, but it felt tainted, like it didn't belong. I'm avoiding that road for now, but I don't know if that's enough. Sophie, have you looked into your old building's history? Maybe there's a clue about the girl. Liam, did you ever talk to Jake about his note? I'm trying to figure out if these dreams are actionable or just glimpses we're doomed to watch. Clara writes, "These stories are keeping me up at night. Mine's less intense, but still bizarre. Last summer, I dreamed about a coworker, Sarah, who I barely knew. She was giving a presentation at a company meeting, nervous but killing it, and everyone clapped as she was named team lead. I woke up thinking it was just a random dream. Sarah wasn't even senior. 3 weeks later, she got promoted out of nowhere and gave a presentation just like my dream, wearing the same navy blazer. I was stunned, but didn't tell her. How do you say, "I dreamed your promotion"? I wonder if dreams pick up on things we miss. Like, maybe I overheard office rumors and my brain pieced it together. Ryan, maybe that's your logical explanation. Has anyone else dreamed about small, everyday stuff coming true? I'm starting to think my dreams know more than I do. Noah Wright. This is wild. My experience is different because it's not one dream. It's been happening my whole life. Since I was a kid, I've dreamed about places I've never seen: a cobblestone street with colorful houses, a cafe with red awnings, cliff over a stormy ocean. They're so real I can smell the air or taste the coffee. I thought they were just my imagination until I traveled to Portugal in my 20s. I walked into a town and knew it. The street, the houses, the cafe, exactly like my dreams. It was like stepping into my own mind. It's happened a few times since. Different places, always specific. I don't know if I'm predicting I'll visit them or if it's something weirder, like memories from another life. I've never told anyone because it sounds nuts, but these stories gave me the courage to share. Joseph, have you dreamed about strangers or places you don't know? Anyone else get this déjà vu feeling from dreams? Ava writes, I'm hooked on these stories. My dream wasn't as dramatic, but it stuck with me. A year ago, I dreamed my best friend, Mia, was in a hospital bed, hooked up to machines, her mom crying beside her. I tried to talk to her, but she couldn't hear me. I woke up in a panic and called Mia. She was fine, just annoyed I woke her at 3 a.m. I brushed it off as a nightmare. 2 months later, Maya was in a biking accident and ended up in the ICU. I visited her, and the scene was identical. Same bed, same machines, her mom sobbing. She pulled through, but I've never told her about the dream. It felt like a warning, but what could I have done? I've had other dreams since, small things like my cat getting sick before it happened, but nothing as vivid. I started researching precognition, and some say it's your subconscious picking up patterns. Joseph, your journal idea is smart. I might try that. Has anyone changed something because of a dream, like avoided a place or warned someone? I'm desperate to know if we can use these. Joseph writes again, I'm blown away by your stories. Clara, your coworker dream is oddly cool. Maybe you're right about subconscious cues. Noah, your Portugal story is incredible. I felt freaked out by my dream, but yours sounds almost magical. Were you excited or scared when you recognized the town? Ava, I'm so sorry about Mia. My dream was like yours, vivid but useless. I haven't dreamed of strangers or new places, just that one crash. I keep thinking about your yellow dress girl. Have you dug into your building's past? Lamb, did you ever ask Jake about his note? I'm avoiding Route 17, and no new dreams yet, but I'm on edge. I found a podcast about precognition, and they say it's like your brain tapping into the future. I'm tempted to see a psychic, but I'm worried I'll sound unhinged. Emma, you mentioned a therapist. Did that help? Anyone have tips on what to do if this happens again? I'm all ears. What's the most vivid dream you've had that came true? Share your story. I need to hear more.